iOS app development. How much does it cost to develop an app for iOS? iOS app development refers to the process of creating applications for devices that run Apple's iOS operating system, such as iPhones, iPads, and iPod Touches. It involves using specific tools, programming languages, and frameworks provided by Apple. Key steps in iOS app development. 1. Setting up the development environment. Xcode, the primary integrated development environment, IDE, used for iOS app development. It includes a code editor, a simulator for testing apps, debugging tools, and the interface builder, for creating UIs. Swift or Objective-C, Apple's programming languages. Swift is the modern, preferred language for iOS development, while Objective-C is older but still used in many legacy projects. 2. Designing the user interface, UI, UIKit, a framework for building and managing graphical, event-driven user interfaces. UIKit allows you to create elements like buttons, views, labels, and tables programmatically or using Interface Builder. Swift UI, introduced in 2019, Swift UI is a declarative framework for building UIs across all Apple platforms with less code. It is more modern and allows real-time previews of the UI in Xcode. 3. Coding the app logic, writing Swift, or Objective-C, code to define how the app behaves. This includes managing the app's data, responding to user actions, and communicating with external services, example APIs. Model View Controller, MVC, a common architectural pattern in iOS development where model handles data and business logic. View manages the UI. Controller bridges the model and view, responding to user input. 4. Testing the app simulator. Xcode provides a simulator to test apps across different iPhone and iPad devices. Instruments, a tool within Xcode that helps analyze the performance of the app, like memory usage, CPU consumption, and identifying bottlenecks. Test Flight, Apple's platform for beta testing apps. You can invite users to test your app and gather feedback before releasing it on the App Store. 5. Managing app data, core data, a framework for managing and persisting data locally within an app. CloudKit, Apple's cloud-based storage service for syncing data across devices. Networking, communicating with external APIs using URL session or third-party libraries like Alamo Fire. 6. Handling user inputs and actions, gesture recognizers, for handling user gestures such as taps, swipes, pinches, and rotations. Notifications, implementing both local and push notifications to send alerts and updates to users. 7. Using iOS-specific features, location services, integrating with GPS and location tracking. Camera and media, accessing the device camera, microphone, and media library. Apple Pay, Face ID, Touch ID, for payments and biometric authentication. 8. Optimizing for App Store submission, ensure the app complies with Apple's App Store guidelines. Create assets like app icons, splash screens, and promotional materials. Prepare a compelling app description and keywords to help users discover the app. Code signing and provisioning, every app must be signed with a certificate from Apple to run on devices. Provisioning profiles link your development machine and iOS devices to your Apple developer account. Submit the app via App Store Connect, Apple's platform for managing apps in the App Store. 9. Releasing and maintaining the app, App Store optimization, ASO, improve app discoverability through keywords, ratings, and regular updates. Continuous integration/delivery, CI/CD, automate the process of building, testing, and releasing apps. User feedback and updates, after the app is released, use analytics and user feedback to fix bugs and release new features. Essential tools for iOS development, Xcode, the main development environment for coding, designing, and testing iOS apps. Swift Playgrounds, a tool for learning Swift and prototyping code. App Store Connect, the portal for managing apps, including submissions, analytics, and user feedback. Key technologies and frameworks, ARKit, for augmented reality applications. HealthKit, for health and fitness related apps. SpriteKit/SceneKit, for 2D and 3D game development. CoreML, a framework for integrating machine learning models into apps. SiriKit, for integrating with Siri for voice commands. Distribution models, App Store, most iOS apps are distributed through the App Store. Apple takes a 15 to 30% commission on Enterprise distribution, for internal business apps, organizations can use the Apple Developer Enterprise program to distribute apps without going through the App Store. Test Flight, for beta testing apps with users before full release. Developing for iOS offers access to a highly engaged user base, but it also requires adherence to Apple's strict guidelines and best practices to ensure security, privacy, and optimal user experience.